In the midst of a downward trend, people, there is a lot of encouraging news. This is something that doesn't make sense, so check it out. As a result of the decline in cryptocurrency views over the past 2 weeks, we are once again entering the apathetic time capitulation phase. The ranking of the Coinbase app has decreased and the volume of trade has also decreased. Okay, things are starting to become tedious. But you do realize that this is the time of year when people make a lot of money, right? These are the periods when people ought to be making purchases. Because after the boring part, guess what comes up next? It's like a pendulum now, 250 million you see minutes of that you see treasury guys. Okay, maybe lessening the blow of a dump, right? This is not Finicio Vice, guys, because after the boring part comes the excitement, right? Despite the fact that I am aware that a great number of people are looking at the hour-to-hour folks, let us take a step back, zoom out, and look at the wider picture. Okay, in the video that I'm going to show you today, I'm actually enthusiastic for the future. Because of this, I am aware that this is our entrance. Yes, this is the way. That we will become wealthy, right? Or at the very least, guys who are not in need of financial assistance, because when we consider the year-to-year or the longer term as opposed to the short term, the longer term appears to be significantly more favorable because huge breaking in the upcoming bull market. There will be a price of $325,000 for Bitcoin and $22,000 for Ethereum, according to VanEck, right? I was wondering what my price target was for Bitcoin by the time the cycle came to a close. Who among you can recall this? Exactly $300,000 for a 3M. I'm hoping that the price of XRP will mirror the price of Bitcoin at least to the minimum of 20,000 right to 30,000. Right, gentlemen, $90? Or at the very least $50. So again, look at that, right? They are bearish and these people control what the market's right. So Justin, it is possible, by the way, for us to reach those crazy prices, even though it may seem crazy right now. I don't think it is, guys, right? We still haven't seen money printing. We still haven't seen retail rushing in, right? None of these things have happened yet. And not to mention, guys, to the people who are saying no, that's impossible for us to go to those price targets. It's not because all they need to do is just keep buying. The meta plan of Japan, do you think that planet is going to purchase another 500 million yen worth of Bitcoin, guys? To be honest, I have no idea how much that is. To be more specific, yet unquestionably, it is the pressure to buy, right? To add insult to injury, this is the place where the heavy guns show up, gentlemen. Buy Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs from new, significant banks. $2 trillion in total, $1.4 trillion. According to Goldman Sachs, there are $600 billion at Morgan Stanley. Are you and your colleagues at Wells Fargo paying attention? Do you agree? It appears that they are all purchasing, but there is something that does not match up. What? What are the factors that are causing prices to continue to fall? Exactly the same. Do you not see it? Exactly. To put it another way, it seems as though they are amassing resources in preparation for the next hire, Justin. Manager of assets worth $1.3 trillion, Goldman Sachs reveals $418 million in Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, while Morgan Stanley discloses $187 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings. Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF holdings were enormous institutions. All that is required of us is for organizations to end up purchasing businesses. There is foam coming in from retail, but retail only comes in. That would be at the very end stage, right? This is how I know that we are not yet at the end, and that the end is most likely going to take place. The year 2025 or maybe 2026 is close around the corner, and everyone is in a state of emergency and haste. Guys, everyone simply has to take a few deep breaths, since that appears to be all that is required of us to complete this HODL. It was once mentioned by CZ, who was the former CEO of Binance, that you should hold on for dear life. Guys, if you are unable to hold, you will never become wealthy. Neither of these are financial advice. If my memory serves me well, he was the one who made the announcement that large financial institutions were purchasing BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, as well as filings. Wall Street is already here, folks, and they are all buying right now. It's crazy because if they are bullish, then why are so many other people bearish? This quarter, 1950 funds have reported owning Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs, and 701 funds have done so for the first time. Right before the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) gives its approval, we took a glance at this look at how much bullish things are occurring. What's happening, men, exactly, and in a literal sense, they are giving their approval to leverages, right? Capitalism and yearning? To put it another way, they are essentially wishing for their longs, right? Since MicroStrategy is just interested in purchasing Bitcoin, right? This is ridiculous. MicroStrategy was purchased by the Norwegian Central Bank for a total of 1 million shares. A total of 466,000 shares of MicroStrategy were purchased by the Swiss Central Bank. Additionally, keep in mind that they are positive on MicroStrategy, but MicroStrategy is bullish on Bitcoin price. Bitcoin, gentlemen, is the driving force behind their business. I believe that MicroSailor, or it might be their company, MicroStrategy, possesses a significant amount of Bitcoin, which is equivalent to billions of dollars. Cryptocurrency news from Russia. According to a statement made by a Russian minister today, the new trade regulation that will allow cryptocurrencies to be used for settlement will begin in just 5 weeks from now. Or beginning today, wouldn't you say? It was about the 19th of September. Whoa, that's a day after the Federal Reserve begins lowering interest rates, guys. That's a really significant amount of time. What really is going on? To my mind, you are correct. The Russian government trades in the trillions of dollars every year, therefore this is a big crypto macro event. Again, it seems to me that something is most definitely brewing, guys, because whoever publishes fresh videos explaining why the NAICS should store Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset is the one who is doing it. A sizable percentage of the national debt might be paid off if the National Association of Industrial and Commercial Banks NAICS were to acquire 5% of the total quantity of Bitcoin. All right, give that some thought, gentlemen, as far as I can tell, they are referring to the fact that Bitcoin has the potential to function as a strategic reserve asset. However, I am not particularly knowledgeable about this topic. In the event that this is the case, then they are going to put Ethereum in the same category as everything else. All right? Then there is also XRP, is that correct? Due to the fact that it is comparable to the trio, the trinity that being said, the main three men. I have a strong belief that Bitcoin will be destroyed at some point in the future and then resurrected as something that is more environmentally friendly. I don't know, folks, but if this is the case, then they are going to buy a lot of Bitcoin. I don't know. It is highly likely that they will purchase a significant amount of XRP and a great deal of Ethereum. Also, what would that result in? This is the only way to add extreme, incredible pressure to buy, folks. Exactly. The fact that this is even the thing is really absurd, isn't it? That is what they consider to be the most important thing. At this moment, Bitcoin is gaining a foothold on Wall Street. Always keep in mind that if Bitcoin pumps, then every other coin will do the same. And after that, we started to break. The iPhone payment chip is now available to third parties for the first time, which enables users to pay with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies using a tap. Wow. Transactions that use Bitcoin are interesting to say the least. Do you agree with me that I have no idea about that one? What the speed and the pace of things will be prior to hearing about XRP? I was unaware about Bitcoin. I am aware that it happens really swiftly. It happens in a matter of seconds. After that, we were able to. We are pleased to announce that JustinCrypto.com has become the official cryptocurrency partner of the EFA Champions League. It would appear that this is a Champions League. Is that correct? Just more ads? Is that correct? Only a few more partnerships, gentlemen. I'm not sure if this is something that is worth it. However, it is possible that it is correct because to the fact that the individuals who watch these events are sports. Is it going to be similar to the website crypto.com? To put it simply, I believe that it is a form of programming that occurs in the subconscious. Exactly. Therefore, people are more accustomed to the term crypto and the concept of cryptocurrencies in general. Quotations through the process of connecting our brand with sports lovers all around the world who are actively involved in sports, we have efficiently grown our user base to over 100 million people in order to achieve our goal of having cryptocurrency in every wallet. Then, to quote, there we have it. Exactly, it's fascinating. First and foremost, keep in mind that the long-term